Meares, how mo?
Meares.
Week 4 is here, and guess what happened last week?
4 teams lost their undefeated status.
Yeah, well, I beat you for the 3rd straight week.
Just in picks, not in fantasy.
Well, I took it in my defense.
I don't care. At least I need some sort of victory here. I do have a question for you. We have 3 remaining undefeated teams and 3 remaining non-win teams.
Okay.
Which one will end up happening first? So we're going to have no undefeated teams or no teams left with 0 wins?
No undefeated teams.
You think that'll happen before Jacksonville wins?
Yeah, Jacksonville's not going to win.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oakland isn't going to win, and I don't know if New England's ever going to win again. But I'm going to do a game, you're going to do a game,
yep.
And then we're going to quick run through everything else. We'll do fantasy. We're bringing back comments of the week.
You better stay tuned.
First game we're going to do, New Orleans traveling to Dallas.
Correct.
And New Orleans favored on the road.
By 3.
Even though Dallas has looked pretty good. This is my game.
Yeah.
I don't shy away from scary games.
Good.
I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised at Dallas. And I think that they're going to be a better team and maybe put up a little fight for the Eagles if the Eagles slip up. Because the Eagles' defense might be worse than the Dallas defense right now.
Yeah, well, it's not looking good.
Although Dallas did have to charge back from a 21-0 deficit against St. Louis.
They did give up 31 points to Austin Davis.
Austin Davis doesn't look bad, though.
It doesn't look bad.
But to stick on the tracks for this, Drew Brees sucks.
He was 293 with 2 touchdowns last week.
And I won my fantasy game, and he's 2-1 for me in fantasy, but he's not Peyton Manning from last year. That's what I was trying to pick.
Oh, okay.
I took a quarterback in the 1st round. Anyway, I'm going to go with Dallas to actually win this game.
Really?
Yeah, I think New Orleans is really that bad on defense. I wasn't impressed with who they beat last week. I mean, it was no big deal.
No, it wasn't a huge deal, but it was nice to get it in the win column.
That's awesome. You're there. You're not one of the 0-3 teams. I'm going to take Dallas to win this and maybe a reverse jinx. I ain't rooting for him.
I think Dallas could win this game if they did one thing.
What's that?
Run the ball. DeMarco Murray is a beast. He can run the ball well.
Haven't they been running the ball? They stuck to running the ball even if they went down 21-0.
Right, but they need to stick to that. I mean, sometimes
sometimes you're not down 21-0 if he doesn't fumble the first play of the game and then Tony Romo doesn't throw a pick. That is just god-awful atrocious.
So, I mean, I'm talking you need to run the ball every down. New Orleans' run defense is not very good.
New Orleans' defense isn't very good.
It isn't very good, but I think you can run the ball against them all day. However, with that said, I do not see the Cowboys starting out 3-1. I like Drew Brees in this game. I don't think the secondary can stop Drew Brees. If they couldn't stop Austin Davis, they're not going to be able to stop Drew Brees. So I will take New Orleans to win and cover 3 on the road.
Second game we're going to do, your game, your team. What's going on here?
Eagles traveling across the country, play the 49ers on Sunday, 4 o'clock. 49ers favored by 5.5. Over-under, by the way, we never talk about that, is 50.5 for this game, and I think you put your money on the over. But let's get into the game. Eagles defense is struggling. We saw that last week against Washington, giving up over 500 yards. Just what the doctor ordered for Colin Kaepernick because their offense has been struggling. So I think this is going to be a shootout kind of game, and in a shootout game, I like to go with the home team, especially when they're the favorite. So it's not a pussy move like you're going to tell me, but I think San Francisco wins this game, but I think Philadelphia covers. So I'll take Philly with the points, 5.5.
This is a trap game for the Eagles. Traveling across country, that's your theory. Doesn't go well for the team going either way.
Right.
Their defense really is not. I mean, here's what you can't do every week. You can't come back from more than 10 points down every week.
Not every week.
You can't start out that slow every week.
No.
And you can't have your defense on the field by running your offense that fast. You got to come out with a couple series where you just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, every team that's ever run a run and shoot, any team that's been successful with a fast-paced offense, where have they got?
No, they've never won.
4 Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Eventually, somebody catches up, holds on to the ball. Cincinnati had a half huddle. They lost. I mean, they all get there, but nobody wins the ultimate
100%
thing with this theory. And I mean, you got, I don't know what Kerry Williams' deal is, but he'd come out and he'd just start talking about this is stupid when you're 3-0.
It's because he got burnt like a piece of toast.
But I think this is the week. San Francisco is going to look like world beaters. Eagles are going to look like they're not good. Nick Foles is going to throw 2 interceptions, and then they're going to get back on the fact that he sucks. When nobody can realize that nothing phases this dude. He got his dick kicked in.
He got
the
hammered.
whole game and just kept going.
Yeah, he's
I swear he's high. I mean, he's got to be high. He's just like, hey. it just keeps going. So that'll happen this week, but I think they'll come back strong on their bye week. Now it's time for rapid fire. We'll do the rest of the games in a rapid fire manner.
Yeah, let's start with Thursday night game. Giants traveling to Washington. Divisional rivalry game. Washington favored by 3.5.
Give me Washington. I said I wouldn't pick the Giants. I'm not buying it after last week. What's Houston? I have no idea.
Washington with Kirk Cousins is a better team. He gets the ball out faster. He completes more passes.
Not necessarily a winning team, though.
Not necessarily, but they're a better team. And against the Giants or win, I'll take them to cover the 3.5. Next game, Miami traveling to Oakland. Miami is a 4-point favorite on the road.
Give me Oakland to cover. Miami might be that bad. And Oakland, I got Oakland covering last week in New England. So
yeah, I mean, well, Oakland actually had a great defensive game last week against New England. Their defense against the run is really good, so they're going to force Tannehill throw. He might be on the bench by the second quarter with Matt Moore coming in, who hasn't played since 2011. So give me Oakland to cover. I'll take the 4 points. I love it. Green Bay traveling to Chicago. Somehow Green Bay is a 1-point favorite on the road.
I can't take them. That was awful last week.
Horrible.
Aaron Rodgers appears to be nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like we just believe that him and Tom Brady are just going to be like magic, and all of a sudden when they're not, it's like, well, yeah, Brian Hoyer looks like a fucking world beater compared to you two.
Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay. I like QBR. I think that's a good measurement for a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers has a lower QBR than Austin Davis from St. Louis and Jay Cutler. I like Chicago in this game. I think they got lucky last night against the Jets. I think they got lucky last week against San Francisco. But I think they're going to beat Green Bay and take control of this division. So
only because they're home.
Give me Chicago +1. Houston hosting Buffalo. Houston a 3-point favorite at home.
Nightmare game. I mean, two teams. I am a Buffalo Bill fan for life, and I can't trust them. Houston, they won the 2 games, and it was like, nah, really? Like, really?
Yeah.
I gotta take Buffalo in this. Houston, I think there's a good chance Houston could go 2-14 back-to-back years after starting out 2-0. I really think there is.
This is a show-me game for 2-1 teams. One of these teams is getting 3-1, and nobody predicted that.
They're going to be the weakest 3-1 teams.
I will say this though. Buffalo is a good running team with Spiller and Jackson. They only ran the ball 13 times last week, and they made Manuel throw it 39. It's not a formula for winning. Houston's actually not that good against the run, so I think Buffalo comes in, runs the ball, wins outright. I'll take the 3. Tennessee traveling to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a 7.5-point favorite.
I can't pick Tennessee for anything.
No.
I can't.
No, I'm with you.
What, Jay Glocker?
Who's hurt, by the way. He had an MRI on his hand today. He might not even be playing.
Who's their backup?
Their backup
is going to be better.
Is not on the top of my head right now. I'll come back to it, but it's not good. Let's just put it that way. It's not a good backup.
It's going to be better. I mean, my high school numbers are better than Jay Glocker's number. And my QBR of 6 in high school is better than Jay Glocker's 5.
So we're both taking Indianapolis to cover 7.5. Carolina traveling to Baltimore. Baltimore a 3-point favorite after Carolina threw that goose egg on Sunday night.
Yeah, what was that? I mean,
thought they were the best defense in the league.
I'm 8-1 going into 4 o'clock, and I end up 9-7.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not picking it.
You're not picking
I'm not picking Carolina. I'm mad. Making emotional picks this week.
I'm going to make Carolina come back and rebound, beat Baltimore in Baltimore. I'll take the 3 points. Detroit traveling to the Jets, who just keep finding ways to lose. 1.5-point favorites. Detroit is on the road.
I don't trust either of these. Well, one, I don't think the Jets are a team. I mean, that's how bad Green Bay is. I mean, they lost to them, and the Jets still couldn't win. So no, I'm not taking the Jets. So I'm stuck with the Lions, who can just throw it.
I need to do a quick aside on this game.
Make it quick.
Geno Smith has 9 starts in his last 19? 9 out of the last 19 starts with a QBR less than 12.
It's not good.
How do you think he's the quarterback that's going to win games? I mean, why not put Vic in? I'm not a big Vic fan, but he's got to be better solution right now than Geno Smith to win games.
I disagree. I think Michael Vick would be lower. I don't. I think we got a Rex Ryan problem right now. I think we really do. I think we've hung on to that guy too long. Not we, but we as a society.
So you took Detroit. I'm actually going to go against you. I'm going to take the Jets in this game, only because I think Detroit can throw up just a crap game every once in a while. So I'll take the 1.5 at home. Pittsburgh hosting Tampa. Pittsburgh is 7.5-point favorite. Tampa coming off their bye, by the way.
Right.
Oh, no, they're not. They're coming off Thursday night blowout. I forgot. It was so long ago, it feels like a
Coming off
bye.
their bye there wasn't a bye last week.
Might as well. They didn't show up for the game.
Dude, it was 56-0 in the middle of the third quarter.
They quit, so it was a bye.
You can't say, Jesus. I mean, I can't. These games are impossible with the spread. I mean, what? Pittsburgh's the greatest team in the world now after that 1 week? They can run the ball. Tampa Bay could be the first team to go 0-16 twice.
I am also
0-16 or 0-14.
0-14. I will take Pittsburgh to cover the 7.5. Also, this is 2 7.5-point spreads. We both just took. I'm not feeling it, but I will take Pittsburgh since it's at home. Jacksonville traveling to San Diego. San Diego, the biggest line of the week, 13-point favorites.
I'm going to take a 10-point teaser, and I'm going to take Jacksonville with 23, and I don't feel good about it. Give me San Diego, and I will fly across country and punch Phillip Rivers dead in his fucking face. Where's the game?
In San Diego.
Yeah, I'll fly across country and punch him in the face if he doesn't cover. The only thing that's going there is Blake Bortles might make a difference. I don't know. I can't see it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Jacksonville does cover. I'm taking the 13 because of Blake Bortles.
Since I pick first all the time, I'm switching my pick. I'm taking Jacksonville.
All right, that's fine. I think with the points going across country, San Diego could be overlooking Jacksonville. I like this. I'll take the 13.
Jacksonville's bad.
Atlanta going up to Minnesota outdoors, where it's going to be 81 degrees in the end of September in Minnesota this week. Minnesota is a 3-point underdog at home.
Why aren't they a 33-point underdog? I mean, what do you bring to the table? You got Matt Castle with a broken foot now. You got Bridgewater coming in. That didn't make a difference. You got no running game. You got no nothing, man.
You got Corduroy Patterson.
Corduroy Patterson is about to get cut. Alert to my leg. One more week where he doesn't even get a touch. He's peace out. I've about had enough of that guy. Worse, Riley Cooper and him as my 2 starting wide receivers, and I'm still 2-1.
This line scares me because I feel like the line should be a lot higher than 3. Does Atlanta not play well in the north during nice weather? Like, I don't get it.
Maybe you should look that up before the show. I mean, we don't come here with questions. You're a pundit.
It's a freaky, scary line to me, but I will take Atlanta -3.
Freaky, scary line's 13.
That's true. Last game of the week, Monday Night Football, New England traveling to Arrowhead Stadium to face off the Chiefs, who coming off their first victory of the year. New England's a 3.5-point favorite. They beat Miami.
Yeah, you know what? I probably saw that game, and that's how much that mattered. I mean, New England squeaking one out because of a turnover against Oakland at home. Kansas City just sucks.
They didn't put up 33 against that stout Miami defense.
Just give me New England, I guess. I mean,
but here's my theory. I'm also taking.
I didn't do my coin flip game. Hold on.
All right.
Tails, New England. Ooh, switched it up. Kansas City.
Whoa! Here's my theory on this game. I am taking New England. I'm giving the 3.5. I don't like Andy Reid against Belichick. I think Belichick will just run circles around him coaching wise. So I'll take New England -3.5. Let's go into fantasy.
In summary,
oh, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't touch any of these games. So just take a week off. This is your week to have a buy on betting. Now it's time for our fantasy picks. Another topic that I'm destroying you.
Hey, but
I've got my defense out of the way.
I won last week, and I did something.
I took a defense versus Tony Romo.
I did something that's very difficult to do. I scored 17 points in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Each week? How's it possible?
Yeah. I don't know, because it's led you to losing.
Well, I'm only down 14 points, and who's going first this week?
You can.
All right. I'm taking a receiver this week.
Oh, me too.
From Pittsburgh, ooh, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's got like 4,364 receptions in the last 25 games.
And they're going against Tampa Bay. I mean, that's got to be a lock right there.
I'm going with the receiver as well.
Okay.
I think this is a popular pick. It's not a diamond in the rough by any means, but I think he's going to destroy the secondary of the New York Jets, and I'm going to take Calvin Johnson.
Wow, that one's out on a limb, so I like that pick.
That's not out on a limb, but it's okay. It's still a receiver, and I got quarterback, tight end, defense, receiver. Whew, I wasn't even doing that on purpose. Nice. And I'm still winning.
We'll see.
Now back by popular demand, comments of the week.
Yeah, I hope this will shut people up, because this is all they do is keep yelling about this.
I know. Well, it was something he voted to get rid of.
Well, it's because
unilaterally because he didn't feel like doing any work.
Our comments were way down last year. All right, we picked 2 this week because we thought 2 stood out above the rest.
And they were really long.
They're very long, so bear with me as I read this. The first one's from Barry Cadane. Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship. San Francisco versus Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship, which means we're having a preview this week.
No, we're not.
Give Red Dog a shout out. Ah! It's my KNICK nickname. I'm a diehard Bills fan. I just watched this full video as a girl off Plenty of Fish gave me head as I was eating Flutie Flakes. No lie either.
I know what Plenty of Fish is.
I don't know what that means.
She was giving him a little pleasure while he was watching it, and he'd met her on Plenty of Fish.
What's Plenty of Fish?
It's a dating website that's free.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, well, get checked, dude. I mean, go get tested.
Your little
Go
STD?
get tested. But I'm digging the Bills fan, although your predictions, I'm going to say, are not going to occur.
And our next one comes from longtime commenter and featured very often commenter of the week, Coco Demand 1. First off, your picks are just awful. 15, 15, and 2 is the best you fucktards can offer.
We don't got to pay for other people.
Oh, I said it. Based on $100 wagers, Mole would be down $150 for the season after 2 weeks. Extend that throughout the entire season, and we're on welfare, you dicks. I don't even get into how hooked you'd be following Meares. I watched the entire fiasco you douchewands offered this week, even your ha-ha at the end. Thank you. At least you both got the Atlanta-Tampa game right to start the week. Perhaps betting on cricket would be better for you. I know what you're saying. What do I know about cricket? Nothing, right? Well, you don't know shit about football either. Maybe if you weren't jacking off all the time, you'd have more time to study trends and stats. Woo!
Is there a camera on my computer? How does he know what I do all day?
And
how am I losing at 15, 15, and 2? Is there some sort of... Are they taking a rake?
I guess you the VIG. I guess you're losing the VIG.
I'm losing to the VIG. I don't go to mafia guys for my gambling that I don't do. But I am 2 games up now, correct?
You are.
Does that mean that the VIG isn't as big?
That rhymed. You're like a poet.
Yeah.
I do study trends and stats, and yet I still can't make picks. All you fucktards try making every pick against the spread all week long for every week. It's very difficult, and if you're above 500, I'll film you. You can come sit in my seat.
I'm above 500, and I'm basically flipping a coin on most of the games. I don't even know what they are before I get here, so that's a little bit of servant genius there. So that's our show for week 4?
Yes.
Up next week 5, because we don't have bye weeks.
I'm impressed with how many people actually see the end of our show. I didn't think anybody would say anything, and we got like 20 people saying...
I was surprised too.
And I told you get a prize, and you know what your prize is? Seeing the end of the show and getting comments of the week back. That's what your prize is. So enjoy the comments of the week. I hope you enjoy your prize.
See you next week.